going on, everybody? Back here once again, another video, as you can tell, and I got a review for y'all today. I'm gonna be reviewing a dip a lot of people probably don't know about. It's not a very popular dip, it's a very cheap dip. It's called Klondike. It looks backwards on the camera, but it was $1.19 here, which is really cheap, but it's uncracked. I think I've only dipped this once in my whole life, and I don't even really remember what it was like, to be honest. But yeah, it's a very cheap dip. This, Klondike, and Kayak are the two cheapest dips, probably, you can still get. So, let me see if it says where it's made. It says it's made in the USA, but it's 100% imported tobacco. So, all the tobacco they use to make this is from somewhere else. So it's not really made in the USA. It might be like the packaging and all that. It might be made in the USA, but the actual tobacco, the part that matters, it's not made in the USA. So, but let me see if it says where it's made, like the actual company. This is made in Grover, North Carolina, so right in my neck of the woods. It's made by CN Smokeless Company. I've never even heard of them, CN Smokeless Company, but that's who makes it. So I don't know if they make any other kind of flavors of dip or any other brands. I'm sure they do. They're probably all cheap, but get down. But yeah, let's crack into it and get us a pinch of it, see what it tastes like. Because I think the last time I had this was, I was young. I can't get my finger in it. But the last time I had it, I was probably 11. I can't even get my finger in. I should have trimmed my nails. I'm just going to have to use a different nail. Let's try this one. That one's even shorter. Let me get my keys out. Never had this trouble usually. Usually my nails are pretty strong, pretty long, but I trimmed them the other day ago. Shouldn't have done that. You should always leave at least one good finger, But they don't ever crack good when you do it with like a key or like a knife. But it's still pretty moist. It's still kind of dry. Usually the cheap ones are kind of dry, but it's not nowhere near as dry as that Kayak was. Still pretty decently moist. So, but yeah, right off the bat, smells like Copenhagen Wintergreen, exactly. Smells exactly like Copenhagen Wintergreen. But let's get us a pinch. Get a little bit more. Get a little filler. Another interesting taste. I'm just kind of expecting the spit to not be super dark. You can't really expect much from a really cheap dip. But right off the bat, I like it better than Kayak. That's a plus. Is this something I would dip every day? No. But if I'm in a bind and I'm low money, this would be a good one to pick up. Klondike. just off initial impressions. You know, I just put it in my lip. Me packing is a little bit more of a pinch because I feel like I ain't got a big one in. I got OCD real bad, so if it don't feel just right to me, I'll keep having to put pinches in. One thing I will say, they packed it full. They do pack it full. Don't take a God's pinch out like they say for Copenhagen. But it ain't too bad. It really ain't. It's even got a click when you close it. But the speed's still pretty wide, and I got a pretty decent sized pinch in. Yeah, it's still super wide. But it's got good flavor. And I can already tell the flavor's gonna last a little longer than kayak probably. Pretty much the wrap on this thing, or the summary on this thing, or whatever you want to say. It's pretty much a cheap Copenhagen Wintergreen. Exactly. It's like a generic Copenhagen Wintergreen. That's what I'm getting from it. Because Copenhagen Wintergreen always had its own distinct flavor, and this tastes pretty much identical to it. Just a little bit more mellow, but it smells just like Copenhagen Wintergreen, and it tastes pretty much just like it. Pinchability, Pinchability ain't terrible, but it's not great. I'll give the Pinchability about 7 out of 10. It's not terrible. I mean, you can get a decent pinch pretty much no problem. But I did kind of find myself having to play with this a little bit more than I do like something else, you know. But it wasn't hard really at all to get a pinch, but I give the Pinchability 7. Now, longevity. I'm not gonna say it's gonna last an hour. I don't think it will last an hour. It might last a good 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 maybe. Depends how much, you know. Depends who you are. Everybody's different. But I'd say it lasts at least a good solid 30 minutes, which ain't terrible for a cheap dip. So, the reason I keep spitting so much, I'm trying to see if it keeps getting darker, but it's not. Cause that time it had some brown in it, probably because I sucked on it. But yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed with this. You know, like I said, I wouldn't dip it every day because there's other stuff out there better. But for a cheap dip, this is probably one of the best ones you can get. I ain't exaggerating. I think this might be just as good as Longhorn. I ain't kidding. It ain't too bad. But yeah. If you haven't tried Klondike, I suggest you go pick up some. I mean, about anybody can come up with $1.19. Now, in some places, like, you know, my other buddy in this Arkansas Dipper, or, you know, Nathan, it's probably about $3 there, but yeah, I mean, $1.19 cannot beat that. It might just be a North Carolina or a Carolina dip, because I don't ever see anybody else do a review on Klondike. They also got the Klondike ice cream sandwich things, you know, Klondike bar. I think that's what they're called. But yeah. Let me know in the comments down below if y'all, like, in any other state besides the Carolinas, if y'all have seen this around in a store. Because it might just be a Carolina thing, you know. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know that. But packability in the lip, it's actually pretty decent. I'll give it about an 8. It really ain't that bad. Longevity, like I said, you know, I say every video, I can't give a ideal longevity unless I make an hour-long video or something like that. But I would say it lasts about 30 minutes. So, and rating, you know, I'd give that about a 6.5, which ain't terrible. But yeah, I mean, because especially when you're thinking about the price, all this stuff I'm saying is really good. Now, if you're just going based off cheap dips, all my ratings would be a lot higher. But I'm judging it compared to expensive dips and all the other cheap dips and all that. So, but I'll give it an overall rating of this dip. 7.5 out of 10. Not too shabby. But yeah, pretty good. I might have to get some more of these. They got a straight, they got a mint, they got a natural. I think they had a cool wintergreen and a cool mint. So I'm gonna have to try all of their flavors, because I think the first time I tried it back in the day was the same kind, the wintergreen. So next time I go get more of this, I'm gonna get probably a couple of different flavors. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Before I get out here, I want to give a shout out to Wayside Lee 83. Go check him out. He makes alcohol reviews. He makes smoke tobacco reviews. He's really good. He has really great videos. So go check him out, support him, give him a like, share, subscribe, all that. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys and girls in the next one. And always remember, 24/7, no matter what you're doing, if you ain't dipping, you sure as heck's not spitting. See you guys and girls in the next one.